If I told you a woman could look into your soul and expose secrets you've never told anyone, would you believe me? Because in one packed church hall, on a stormy Sunday morning in Nigeria, thousands believed exactly that. But what if I told you it was all a performance? Before we go any further, follow this page right now and comment part 2 if you want the full truth. This story gets darker with every chapter. The massive auditorium of Holy Grand Ministries was overflowing. People stood on chairs. Some were crying, others were whispering nervously. They had come to see Prophetess Patricia, popularly known as Mama See It All. Some said she could pierce straight into your spirit. Others swore she spoke directly to God. Then suddenly a scream. One of her aides rushed forward shaking. She did it again. Mama healed him. The congregation erupted in thunderous cheers. A crippled man stood up from a wheelchair and began walking. But in the middle of the celebration, one woman wasn't clapping, Elizabeth. She had seen that same crippled man walking perfectly fine at the market just days earlier. Her stomach dropped. Was this miracle staged? She looked around. Everyone was crying, praising, worshipping. Who would believe her? Mama See It All wasn't just powerful. She was untouchable. And this was only the beginning. Because years before the fame, before the miracles, before the mansion, Patricia was just a humble church girl. No one knew the darkness she was about to invite into her life. And trust me, you are not ready for what she agreed to sacrifice. Follow and turn on notifications. Part 2 will reveal the ritual that changed everything. What if the miracles didn't start in the church, but in a secret ceremony no one was meant to see? If you haven't watched part 1, go back now, because this is where everything changes. And before we continue, follow this page and comment "I'm watching" if you want the full exposure. This next part is disturbing. Years before she became Mama See It All, Patricia was just a devoted church worker, choir member, Sunday school teacher. Everyone loved her. But there was one problem. No one noticed her ministry. No crowds, no influence, no money. So she attended a prestigious pastors' conference, hoping to learn how to grow. That's where she met Pastor Benji, a powerful, famous preacher who carried an aura that made people nervous. He pulled her aside. "You are trying to be holy," he said calmly, "but holiness alone will never make you influential." She frowned. "What do you mean?" He leaned closer. "Are you willing to sacrifice for power?" At first, she refused, but he promised her something irresistible: influence, wealth, nationwide fame. All it required was a special ceremony. That night, in a dimly lit room filled with chanting voices, Patricia made a decision that would change her forever. She gave up her ability to ever have children, an offering. When it ended, she said she felt something settle over her, like a dark cloak wrapping around her shoulders. And when she returned home, her ministry exploded. Crowds tripled, offerings multiplied. Her name spread across the country. But what her congregation didn't know, that ceremony was only the beginning, because the real source of her power wasn't coming from heaven. And what she becomes at midnight, you won't believe it. Follow now. Part 3 exposes what Elizabeth discovered behind the mansion.
Quick one, guys. If you're a young lady or man that wants to learn how to create these kinds of videos and earn from it, send me a DM now or watch our pinned video.
What if I told you the real service didn't happen on Sunday mornings? It happened at midnight. If you watched part 2, you already know Patricia made a sacrifice for power. But what Elizabeth discovered next was beyond fraud. Before I continue, follow this page right now and comment "expose her" if you want the full truth. Because this part, it's chilling. After Patricia's fame exploded, something strange started happening. Every midnight, she disappeared. Her mansion sat quietly at the edge of town, but security cameras would mysteriously glitch around 12 a.m. Elizabeth had been observing quietly for months. The fake wheelchair miracle, the staged testimonies, the fear tactics. But one night, driven by equal parts fear and courage, she followed her. She hid behind bushes near the river behind Patricia's mansion. 12 a.m., the doors opened.
Quick one, guys. If you're a young lady or man that wants to learn how to create these kinds of videos and earn from it, send me a DM now or watch our pinned video.
Patricia stepped out alone. She walked slowly toward the riverbank, whispering in a language Elizabeth couldn't understand. Then something happened. Patricia's skin began to shimmer. Elizabeth's breath caught in her throat. Her legs seemed to merge. Her body twisted unnaturally. Scales, dark, glistening scales. Her eyes glowed faintly in the moonlight. And before Elizabeth could process what she was seeing, Patricia slid into the river like she belonged there, like she wasn't fully human. Elizabeth stumbled back, shaking. This wasn't just deception anymore. This was something darker, because what waited beneath that water was a kingdom Patricia had pledged allegiance to. And the mirrors she gave church members, they were connected to it. In part 4, you will find out how she used those mirrors to spy on her congregation and how one young man almost lost everything because of it. Follow now. You don't want to miss what happens next.
Quick one, guys. If you're a young lady or man that wants to learn how to create these kinds of videos and earn from it, send me a DM now or watch our pinned video.
What if the prophecy about your death was never from God? What if it was designed to drain your bank account? If you watched part 3, you know Elizabeth saw something at the river that changed everything. But what Patricia did inside the church, that's how she really trapped people. Before we go further, follow this page and comment truth over fear if you refuse to be manipulated. This one might make you angry. One Sunday, Patricia scanned the congregation slowly. Then, her eyes locked on a young graduate named Obiora. "Come forward, my son." The hall went silent. She raised her hand dramatically. "The Lord is showing me something troubling. Your life battery is dangerously low." Murmurs spread across the church. Obiora froze.
Quick one, guys. If you're a young lady or man that wants to learn how to create these kinds of videos and earn from it, send me a DM now or watch our pinned video.
"Life battery," Patricia continued, shaking her head slowly. "If nothing is done, you may not live to see your 30s. His mother gasped. Fear filled the room like smoke. Then came the solution. "There is a sacrifice required," she said softly. "A cow, strong, without blemish." Obiora swallowed hard. "He didn't have a cow." Patricia smiled. "You can convert it to a seed. The church will handle the sacrifice." Translation: money, a large one. Under pressure and terrified of dying young, Obiora wrote a massive check. The congregation cheered. But what he didn't know, there was no cow, no sacrifice. The money went straight to Patricia's luxury mansion project. And this wasn't the first time. The mirrors she gave members, they weren't spiritual tools. They were surveillance. Through them, she gathered secrets, private arguments, financial struggles, marital issues, then repackaged the information as divine revelations. But she made one mistake. She underestimated Elizabeth. Because Elizabeth wasn't just watching anymore. She was collecting evidence. And in part 5, you'll see how Patricia destroyed marriages and why powerful men started visiting her mansion in secret. Follow now. The scandal is about to explode.
Quick one, guys. If you're a young lady or man that wants to learn how to create these kinds of videos and earn from it, send me a DM now or watch our pinned video.
What if the prophet you trust is the reason your marriage is falling apart? For some families, the damage had already begun.
Brother, you in the blue suit, please come forward. I see something troubling. A dark cloud over your home.
Prophetess, what does it mean?
Someone close to you is blocking your blessings. Who? Your wife. You need special deliverance.
If it will save my family, I will do anything.
Then you must trust only me. You are a great man. Your wife doesn't understand your destiny.
After Mama's prophecy, my husband stopped trusting me. Our marriage ended. This isn't ministry, this is manipulation.
Can you believe people are paying thousands for this?
Just salt and sugar, that's all.
Elizabeth, come forward. You are walking in dangerous waters.
But by now, Elizabeth already had enough evidence. And in the next chapter, she will release the truth. When someone this powerful begins to fall, they never fall quietly.
What happens when a woman who built her empire on fear finally gets exposed? If you've been here from part 1, you've seen the fake miracles, the midnight transformation, the life battery scam, and the broken marriages. But this is the moment everything collapsed. Before we begin, follow this page and comment "Truth wins" if you believe no deception lasts forever, because this ending shook the entire country. After Patricia whispered that warning to Elizabeth, "You are walking in dangerous waters," she thought fear would silence her. It didn't. Elizabeth had already gathered everything. Hidden recordings of aides laughing about salt and sugar holy water, bank transfers tied to fake prophecies, testimonies from men manipulated into affairs, and the video, the midnight video. Hands shaking, she sent everything to the media anonymously. At first, nothing happened. Then, one news outlet picked it up. Within hours, it exploded. Clips of staged miracles flooded social media. Former members began speaking out. The life battery prophecy became a national joke. People who once defended her started asking questions. Then came the investigation. Financial records, fraud charges, public outrage. The once untouchable Mama See-It-All stopped holding services. Her gates remained closed. Crowds that once worshipped outside her mansion now gathered to protest. And for the first time, Patricia looked afraid. But here's the real lesson. Not every loud preacher is sent by God. Not every miracle is divine. Discernment matters. Elizabeth didn't just expose a woman. She freed hundreds of people from manipulation. And maybe the real miracle was courage. If this story opened your eyes, like, share, and follow for more real-life inspired stories that challenge deception. Because sometimes the most dangerous lies are the ones spoken from a pulpit.